Hello, everybody. It's Mrs. Pound, and I am back with another video from Chapter 1.1 Introduction to Life Science from Purposeful Design Life Science. Our topic for today is from Section 113 The Needs of Living Things. So, our objectives are to discuss the basic needs of all living things, evaluate how the basic needs of an organism are met. The basic, the five basic needs of living things are first of all, food. As we can see in this picture, there are mushrooms on this dead log, and the mushrooms are obtaining their food from the log. They actually send out digestive enzymes to break down the log, and then they absorb the nutrients as food. Also, even the moss needs food, except for the moss makes its own food through photosynthesis, using sunlight to make sugar. Also, living things need water because living things are mostly made of water, and they obtain this water in a variety of ways. Some things drink the water directly from ponds and lakes, streams. Plants absorb water up through their roots, and other organisms just get all their water from the food that they eat. Also, depending upon the environment, different organisms have different ways to conserve water as well. Living things require energy. All of the energy for living things comes from the sun. Um, Plants then convert that energy in sunlight into chemical energy in the chemical bonds of sugar to provide that energy to all living things on Earth for their different activities. Also, living things require certain gases. Carbon dioxide is required by plants to make sugar. Um, Respiration is required by all living things. Um, the gas for respiration is oxygen. So, oxygen is required for respiration by all living things in order to then release the energy from sugar that was stored in it. And finally, all living things need space. They need space in their environment to thrive, to obtain all of the other things that they need. And the larger an organism is, the more space it tends to need to be able to get the food it needs, um, to provide energy for itself, to provide the water that it needs. So, and very small organisms tend to need very little space. So, what I want you to do is, I want you to choose an organism and describe how its basic needs are met. Enough space has been left above in your notes in order to do this. So, one organism, and tell me how it has all of those needs met. And our objectives for today were to discuss the basic needs of all living things, evaluate how the basic needs of an organism are met. Now, don't forget to continue watching this video until you get to the 5 questions that you have to answer at the end. And don't forget your 5 questions in your margin that you have to write.